But what can be done that the warlords haven't done already?
We can take a risk.
Welcome to the Mana Shrine. Have you been, or are you here? Speak now.
You're a healer?
Ah, well, you will find healers among us. But you will learn we also use the name for those who heal. Perhaps not Amric's best choice of name. We cure Magellan, and from that curse,
Don't try selling religion.
Religion? That is for the clerics. I have no belief except that we should save our planet. This is the Mana Shrine, where ELEX is turned from poison to nectar. One day, all ELEX will come here, and Magellan will be free from its influence. Until then, we must contend with the danger here. The power released from ELEX can make the shrine a hazardous place. Please, be careful here. The power of ELEX. Tell me, who are you? You've not said what you're doing here. Something brought you here, didn't it? You were drawn to this place.
I was an alb, but I'm free from ELEX now.
Then you are an alb no more. It is ELEX that turns a man into an alb. Without that poison, you are free to make your own choices. You have told me who you were. Now we will find out who you are. Please understand, whatever feelings are new to you, every person faces that same struggle. It is the struggle Magellan suffers from too. She is dosed with ELEX. She has it in her veins as you did. But Magellan does not suffer from temptation. You must feel the lure of ELEX to your bones, the power it offers. Resist it. One sign of you giving in to the temptation of ELEX, and I will be forced to report you. If this world gives in to ELEX, it will consume us all.
What goods have you got?
Sure.
His name was Ascor. He was a warrior, newly promoted from cultivator. Ragnar had high hopes for him, but Ascor wasn't popular. He went missing around Mana's Eve 3 months ago. No one knew where he'd gone. And it wasn't like he had many shards to up and disappear with. Then one of Ragnar's patrols found Askor's body rotting up in the forest. It looks like he was stabbed several times with a sword. Whoever did it was strong enough to overcome it, but clumsy. They didn't find anything on Askor to point to who might be the murderer.
And you think I can find the killer?
You're a stranger here. That means you might see things I won't.
What kind of logic is that?
To be honest, I think this is a dead-end job. But Ragnar, against all the evidence, seems to think it was a berserker that killed Askor, and he wants answers. Me, I think it's a wild goose chase. None of Ragnar's questioning has thrown up any proof a berserker was involved in this, so chances are it was an alb, an outlaw, or a reaver. But if a warlord has an itch to scratch, then that means we have to go and scratch it. So, let's cross all these suspects off the list and give them some closure.
Is this why you brought me to Goliath? To do your dirty work?
I brought you to Goliath to give you a chance. And this is a way to earn it by getting a warlord on your side.
Does Ragnar think a berserker murdered Askor?
Askor was killed with a sword, and there aren't too many people who use swords outside of Idan. But if Ragnar's right, then there must be someone who was outside the walls at the time of the crime. So, Ragnar drew up a list of 5 suspects. No idea why these 5 exactly, but Ragnar will have his reasons.
Do you think we make a good team, Duras?
We're a team. I'm ready if you are.
I'll find the murderer.
Ragnar wants answers. He seems determined to find out what happened. Myself, I don't know if we'll ever know what happened. But if we can eliminate these 5 suspects, he might let this go. And who knows? Maybe one of them did do it, and he'll get the proof.
Will the suspects talk to me?
Tell them you're investigating on Ragnar's orders. They'll answer your questions. Let me know if you need help. Remember, my sword belongs to you.
Who are the suspects?
A group of people who were out there in the forest. First on the list is Baron. He's a guard. As far as I know, he doesn't have an alibi. But I think the only real reason he's on the list is because he knew Askor when he was younger. Then there's Thorgal. He's in charge of a world heart in Abessa. I have no idea why Ragnar would put him on the list. Maybe just to be complete. Third is Garen, a hunter. He was reliable, but he seems to have lost heart in himself. There's something troubling him. Last are Eardor and Rock. Rock I can't get a handle on. There's something he's not happy about. Eardor is still wet behind the ears. Bit of a whiner, but seems to care about his job. They were all outside Goliath at the time of the murder.
What do you want me to ask them?
Where they were 3 months ago around Mana's Eve when the crime was committed. What they thought of Askor. I doubt you'll get a confession. I doubt any of them did it, but you'll get a sense of the men, and then you can report back to me so we can close the case.
Where can I find them?
They're all still out there. Track them down, then report back to me when you've discovered something.
That technology will get you into trouble here.
You, what are you doing? You're scaring away everything within a day's walk. You crash around like that, you'll scare off anything you can eat and attract everything that wants to make a meal of you.
I don't know these forests.
That's as plain as a horny troll in your sleeping sack. You'd better learn quick if you want to stay alive. You're scaring away the prey that is my livelihood. It's hard enough bringing in the food I have to, without some big-footed oaf crashing through the forest. Still, seeing as you aren't a natural hunter, maybe you'd like to buy some goods from me.
What do you have to trade? Who are you?
At least I will be if Master Gar...
You're learning to...
I'm an You haven't...
I'm learning how to...
Master Garen says that life begins when the bow comes alive in your hand, and you'll become dead if you can't learn to... That's the most he says, but normally with some swearing. Maybe you can learn something from him.
Yeah, this is where I belong. With nature.
Why not?
Too much talking. Too much... But you look like a talker.
A berserker.
The forest is a dangerous place.
Berserker.
Asgore? Yeah, I knew him. I kept out of his way. He kissed Ragnar's ass and treated everyone else like rot-bore shit.
So...
Sociable just means happy to talk.
When were you last...
I don't know. Not for a year. This is the best area for hunting, and all Goliath cares about is me filling my quota. As long as I send them meat and fur, I can stay out here.
Do you owe it?
A bow? Traps? You should always try and kill at a distance. I'm here to feed berserkers, not...
You didn't like...
I didn't put myself in a position where I needed to. Little shit.
Sounds like you had a grudge.
I think most people are assholes. You only asked me about Asgore. What's with all these questions? Is some asshole trying to...
I'm questioning anyone I meet out here.
If you want an alibi for me, you'll have to go out there and speak to the...
Is that your only alibi?
I'm a hunter. You want to know where I am?
What do you...
Whatever I find. You won't catch anyone in Goliath. They're missing good meat.
Teach me.
Sure.
Are you completely sure? I mean, yeah, what the fuck?
Why do you always say that? Ooh, who are you? What are you doing here? No one's allowed around the world, Heart.
You seem nervous.
Yeah. Normally the only people to come out here are Albs, or outlaws. Which are you?
Are you responsible for the world, Heart, here?
That's what you care about? The world, Heart? What about the men sent with it? If we wither, it does too. Goliath should care as much about us as they care about that plant. But yes, what are we next to a world, Heart? Ants in history. Here we are standing by the future of Magellan, the very thing given to us in Magellan's hour of need. Maybe that's what Bourne meant. He told me being a cultivator was about learning who you are. Out here, isolated with this thing to care about, I've certainly gained perspective.
What is a cultivator?
Well, we're farmers, in the main. We grow the crops for Goliath, and we tend to the seedlings and the world hearts. The warriors act like they're the big guys, but really, they're here to protect us. Warriors might get the glory, but it's us cultivators who are changing the world.
Changing the world? You just put plants in dirt.
Yeah, say that next time you eat stew or need a healing plant. Anyone can stick a sword in someone, but farming, growing, cultivating, bringing life, that takes skill. I got sent here as punishment 5 years ago.
Punished? And you say you enjoy doing this?
Yeah, masochist, aren't I? Beer, women, and fights were all that used to matter. Now, I get a kick from seeing just a few seedlings a season make it all the way to mature. I can take pride from that.
Tell me, what do you know about Ascor's murder?
Nothing really. I don't hear much from Goliath out here.
So, you were here when he was killed?
Probably. I haven't been anywhere else in months. I only go back for supplies or to transport seedlings. When was Ascor killed?
3 months ago, around Mana's Eve.
Oh, then I was back in Goliath sometime around then. I've lost track.
How well do you know Ascor?
Not at all. I mean, I knew of him. People talked about him. But I don't think I ever said more than hello to him, and he ignored me. He didn't really have time for cultivators. But, you know, people can be like that. Some value our work, others think they're superior somehow.
Do you know where they found Ascor's body?
I'm guessing somewhere in the forest, or why ask me, right?
Did you hear anything else about Ascor?
Well, I'm wondering why you're not asking me about the seedling that disappeared the same night Ascor was murdered. No one seems to be asking about it. I heard it was being sent to a cultivator in the hope it could go on to Tavar or somewhere as a new world heart. But it never arrived.
Do you carry a...
Of course.
You work here on...
Most of the time. That's part of the punishment. It didn't used to be as lonely. They'd send patrols out to check on us. But since the Albs started attacking, yeah, I guess we're not a priority.
I don't think you killed Ascor.
Me? Of course I didn't.
You really don't think you have a motive?
You mean the seedling he had? I'm a cultivator. I look after a world heart.
You're out here with a sword and no witnesses.
If I tried to attack a warrior with a sword, chances are you'd be planting me in the ground.
How safe is...
You mean with the Albs scouting? They don't seem to register it. The World Heart mustn't be their mission, or they don't know about it. He'd kill me. That is, if the animals didn't get me first. Or, still, all in a day's work.
So?
Happy. But if you're offering to help, there is one. I've not had any supplies. Can you get them?
Get something to drink first.
It'll be a warm day in Zacor before that happens.
You better get out of our house. There's nothing for you here. Nothing. You're dead meat.
nothing for you here, so why don't you just leave?
Nothing to do?
What? Who are you?
Are you?
Stop asking questions and answer them. Who are you?
You're lucky I'm not an enemy.
Well, you know, it's not like the Alps are going to attack these trees, is it? If there's one thing the Alps know we got a lot of, it's trees. And it's not like these trees do much. I mean, they're not going to run away while I'm asleep, are they? Did Master Thorold send you? Is there something important? Because if not, just go, okay?
What makes you...
When he was still the big boss up there in Goliath, he used to reprimand me quite often. Still, whatever. I've heard he's retreated into study. Let him play with his magic. I hope it does say...
What do you...
Not much. It's something huge that would change the war in all of Magellan. You think it? It happens. The Albs are screwed. But nobody is really allowed to talk about it. Well, then nobody even really
Where is...
Well, that. Meaning, if anyone actually knows, no one is actually safe. Maybe he will figure out how to rob the Albs of their Then good, honest warriors could go back to sleeping in nice...
Now there's a future that Magellan should... I need to...
I can't tell you anything. Not anything that's not being said already. He should have kept his head down like me. Ambition only gets you dead. You should have picked this spot. Why are you interested in that? Really?
Tell me what you...
Me? I only know what people are saying. That they thought Asgore had run away, but he hadn't.
He'd been murdered. I was out here at the time.
Did anyone see you? Is there anyone?
Hilda. She was with me all night. Her and Alva, and Dagny, and Erica, Freya, Garrett, Heggie, Magda. They're the trees over there. They're my girls. Very lonely out here. So no, I have no alibi.
You look
Maybe.
Did you?
Since we were old, our parents were friends. We grew up like brothers.
Have you been trained to use that sword?
All berserkers are. You think I could survive out here if I couldn't use it?
Ascor's body was found near here.
No. I know where, and I'm glad I didn't see him. My duties keep me here most of the time, so I stay looking after my girl.
Where do you go?
Nearby. Not Goliad, if that's what you mean. I tend to stay at
Where nearby?
the lift into the Valley of the Damned. That's a good place to relax. There's quite the view of the valley there. It's a good place to... I hope you find who did it.
You did it. You knew him. You don't have an alibi.
Why would I kill it?
Why should I believe you?
Because it sounds like you're doing something about this. Like you should start with people who had a problem with him, not his friend.
Your friend...
Well, he was my friend. Our parents were friends, but he was sort of ambitious, and that sometimes, well, made him an ass.
Ambition could give a motive, if he got in someone.
Well, don't look at me. I'm happy where I am. I don't give a troll's ass about...
You've done well getting here alive.
Are you a sentry here?
Yes. My name is Thorgal. Just stay clear of the World Heart while you're here, then we'll get along fine. There won't be any shit, okay?
Anything happening around here?
I don't know. We don't have the manpower to patrol outside the palisade. It's pretty dangerous out there. You'll need to keep an eye open. There are plenty of ambush sites.
What are you doing?
Take a wild guess. The large plant should get... We've spent a lot of blood protecting this World Heart. Lives of the present to build a future for us all.
Your post...
Ragnar sent the men. I sent some of them with one of our cultivators to a farm near the domes. We thought they would be able to drum up, but instead they've disappeared. It's bad enough that the group is missing, but Rock, our cultivator, is gone too. I really need Rock to help me look after the World Heart. He's the expert.
Ascor is dead.
Dead? What the hell happened to him?
He was murdered.
Damn. I knew it. He was just too ambitious.
Can you think of anyone who might have done it?
Me? No. Well, not specifically. He's ambitious. Or was ambitious. He always wanted to become a paladin. Last I heard, he was due to be tested by Ragnar along with some other candidates. Passing that test was all he ever wanted.
So, what do you think got him murdered?
I don't know. Ascor was a good man. Well, he was to me. But he could wind people up. Maybe he got the wrong person pissed with him. Maybe someone else was as ambitious as him.
You knew Ascor?
Yeah, I asked if he could come out here on this assignment. But he stayed back in Goliath so he could take the war.
When did you last see Ascor?
Just over 3 months ago. Not long before I came out here.
How long have you been away from Goliath?
Just over 3 months. Since then, I've been here, trying to survive in the beautiful highlands of Abed, trying to manage an outpost with too few people.
And you have witnesses to your word?
Yeah. More if we can find that missing supply team. This camp by the World Heart is where I've been, and this is where I'll stay until...
You must be good with...
Not good enough to hit someone in a dan for...
It's obvious. You...
Yeah, well, I hope you'll find...
I think Ragnar must just have wanted you eliminated from suspicion.
He said to question me? Juris? Well, he's a man who stands by his duty. I hope the two of you find the murderer.
I'm working on it.
Look into whoever might have been a rival for Ascor. That's my advice.
Hey you, what?
You mean...
No, I'm talking about the real South.
Why are you...
I'm sick of the shit here. Berserkers, clerics, fuck them all. It's all laws, commandments, rules. It's fuck rules, fuck laws, fuck the berserk. The outlaws in the desert are the only truth. Freedom.
You want...
Yeah, absolutely. They know I've done nothing but work, follow orders, dig shit, and for what? I want to see the world. Instead, I'm stuck here.
Then why don't...
I don't have the stores I need to get there. But I know I could earn what I need if I could just get the supplies I...
What is a berserker?
I got sent to Abessa with the World Heart. The one to the... But fuck that. Fuck them.
The berserker...
Ascor? How did that happen?
Were you close to...
No, I was out in the forest gathering supplies before I traveled out to the World Heart. I've not been close to Goliath for a year. Once I had the supplies, I came straight out to Abessa. Wait, you don't think I was
Did you know it?
Yeah, he was an arrogant asshole. It's his sort that make me want to say this. Fuck.
You don't seem happy as a cultivator.
Man, I would have to be able to read. You can't exactly climb the career ladder if you can't. Ascor could. That guy wanted to do everything to get promoted. He hated anyone else who could read, especially if they weren't born in Goliath.
Do you have proof?
I don't know. I don't keep a diary. Depends on the day and the orders. I just did whatever they said. I didn't want to be exiled to...
What?
A sword. I hate it. That's another reason I want to join the Outlaws. I've got myself...
I don't think you killed...
Shit, what? You thought I did that? No way, I wouldn't have risked that. Even though he was an asshole.
As you said.
Come with me. I need someone to watch my back.
About it. I don't think Ascor was his... Baron just wants to be left alone. I don't see why he'd murder anyone.
All right. Even though he knew Ascor better than most, frankly, I only think Ragnar wanted Baron questioned in case he had seen anything. Let's take him off the list for now.
Thorgal wasn't anywhere near Goliath at the time of the murder, and he has witnesses to...
Yeah, he's also too skilled a fighter to have left Ascor such a bloody mess.
Garen just wants to hunt. He didn't like Ascor, but I don't think he killed him. Besides, if he had killed Ascor, he'd have used his bow.
Yeah, all Garen wants is to hunt. He'd have...
It's not conclusive, but I don't think it was him. Eardor didn't have time to commit a murder. Besides, he's just too weak to have killed Ascor in the way you described.
Yes, I agree. I don't think Eardor was capable of this.
Rock wasn't anywhere near Goliath when the murder was committed. He didn't like Ascor. I'd say he didn't kill.
I didn't think he would have the opportunity, but Ragnar insisted I look into him. I guess Ragnar was...
You recently became a warrior, didn't you? You and Ascor are both eligible to be paladins?
Yes, but trust me, I'm happier with my job collecting waifs and strays than becoming a paladin and going out to the front lines. I think I'm making more of a difference doing what I'm doing. Ascor, though, was a driven man. Becoming a paladin was all he wanted.
You were right. The investigation was a waste of time. It must have been someone. All of his suspects are innocent.
It's Ragnar we'll have to convince. He is certain one of them did it. He's not...
Then who do you think it was?
I don't know.
Then tell Ragnar that.
What about Baron? He didn't have a proper alibi.
There was no one there to say.
Then it must be him. The others all have alibis, and Baron knew Ascor better than the other.
I thought you said Ragnar only included Baron in case he saw something.
Ragnar wants answers. He's insisting the murderer is found. We've questioned everyone, and Baron's the only one without a decent alibi.
I found him in the forest, but he said he takes time off to go to the lift into the Valley of the Damned.
Then we should go there and see what we find. You want me to come with you?
Why?
Since when have criminals been clever? And Baron's not that smart. Maybe he just... Who knows? But we don't have any evidence so far, so it feels like we... What other leads do we have? Look, let's just check this out and then we'll know for sure.
All right. I'll search the area near the lift. What is it I'm looking?
We won't know until we find it. Have a look around. Bring me anything you find. Just don't...
What do you mean?
Bring anything you find to me without disturbing it. Whatever you find, we...
Then you know what it is.
No, I'm warning you. Do what I say.
Right.
Just trust me. Your life might depend on it.